Derrick Rose was one of the most electrifying young players the NBA has ever seen. An MVP at 22 years old, the sky truly seemed to be the limit for Rose until
you were crying out that you bypassed the harder team in Miami Heat.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee and down.
Derrick would go on to miss the entire 2013 season with this injury, but despite this, hopes were still high that Rose would return to an MVP level, as he clearly put in a tremendous amount of hard work in order to make a potential big-time return. And so, at the start of the 2014 season, many fans were excited to finally see the youngest MVP in history play again after a full year of watching him sit on the bench. Again, these fans hoped and maybe even expected to watch the return of MVP Derrick Rose. Instead, on November 2nd in Chicago's third game of the season, these same fans would watch in shock as Rose was absolutely demolished by a mere rookie. And so what's up, guys? Mike here, and yes, today we are going to look at the night that a lot of Bulls fans' hopes in MVP Derrick Rose died. That includes myself, which I want to point out because I don't want you guys to think that this is a hate video. I love Derrick Rose. He is one of my favorite players, but this is just a very, very interesting story. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. It helps out a ton. You guys have been killing it with likes lately. Thank you so much. And now let's jump into the video. So now let's jump ahead to the 2013 regular season, where Derrick Rose was officially back and on national television against the defending champion Miami Heat. The stage was set for Rose to make a huge statement, but instead he played poorly. Derrick would shoot just 4 for 15 from the field in a 12-point Bulls loss, but this was his first game back, so many people gave him a pass. Moving forward, in his next game against the Knicks, Rose would once again have an inefficient shooting night, but this was a close game in which the Knicks were ahead of the Bulls 81-80 with under 10 seconds left. It was at this point that, well,
Rose with it. Rose with the shot. He scored with 5.7 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yes, Derrick Rose would make one of the most clutch plays of his career as he connected on a one-handed floater over 2 defenders to put the Bulls up by 1 with 5.7 seconds left. And after Carmelo Anthony missed a game-winning shot, Derrick Rose was once again a hero in Chicago for a moment. And I say for a moment because we are soon going to look at Derrick's next game against the Philadelphia 76ers. Before that though, let's talk about the Sixers, because headed into the 2013 season, Philadelphia was supposed to be terrible. Vegas had even set the betting line for the Sixers win total at just 16.5 wins. However, to start this season, the Sixers shocked everyone with a 2-0 start behind unexpected rookie sensation Michael Carter-Williams. Carter-Williams was a point guard with a unique skill set, as standing at 6'6", he did lead Syracuse to the Final Four in 2013 and was seen as a smooth athlete with a unique all-around game. However, there was one key aspect in his game that was lacking, and that was shooting. In his last college season, MCW shot just 39% from the field and 29% from 3. This is usually a major red flag in prospects, but Philadelphia felt Michael's upside was worth the risk enough to make him the 11th pick in the 2013 draft. And early on in Michael Carter-Williams' career, this pick looked like a home run, as on October 30th, 2013, in his very first game as a pro, Carter-Williams would also face off against the defending champion Miami Heat, and at home, Philadelphia shocked the world and knocked off the defending NBA champions behind Michael's historic performance. Because in his debut against the toughest team he could have possibly played, Michael had 22 points, 12 assists, 9 steals, and 7 rebounds. This stat line is so unique that only 2 other players in NBA history, Ricky Green and Johnny Moore, have ever equaled those stats in a single game. And overall, when comparing Michael Carter-Williams' first game to every other rookie who has ever played in the NBA, Carter-Williams actually had one of the best debuts that has ever been seen, joining the likes of Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, and LeBron James. He did this while also looking like an absolute seasoned veteran on the floor. Take, for example, just 20 seconds into the game when Michael steals the ball from Roger Mason Jr. and makes an impressive dunk in transition. Then here, with over 6 minutes left in the second quarter, Michael is bringing the ball up the court and proceeds to hit a seamless three-pointer with Rashard Lewis guarding him. And finally, with just under a minute left with Philly up by 1.
Indeed, all hands are on deck. LeBron James. Nice. By Michael Carter-Williams. He took it away. The 9th steal of the game for Michael Carter-Williams, adding to that record for an NBA debut.
An NBA record for a rookie in his first game. In fact, to this day, Michael is one of only 5 rookies to have ever recorded 9 steals in a single game. And so it was Michael Carter-Williams' impressive start and Derrick Rose's somewhat underwhelming return that would set the stage for the game that would show us that MVP Derrick Rose was gone forever.
All right, Derrick Rose on this floor Saturday.
I'm ready.
All right, Mark and Malik, back up to you.
Because as this game began, the size of Carter-Williams overmatched Rose by a mile. Because of this, when Michael got to the basket, he was able to find his teammates with ease and put the ball in a place where they were able to knock down easy shots. As for Derrick Rose, he seemed to just go along for the ride here. Derrick would make his first 2 shots of the game, but from then on out would struggle heavily, as after these first 2 shots, Rose would shoot just 2 for 14 for the rest of the game. However, Chicago did remain in control for most of this match. The Bulls held a 64-49 lead at halftime and were even leading 99-93 with 5 minutes left in the game. It was then that Michael Carter-Williams would make this pass
At times, but he was trying to get an offensive foul by running into the...
and suddenly the lead was cut to 3. Moving ahead with a little under 4 minutes left, yes, Michael would draw a foul on Derrick Rose and make both free throws to cut the lead to 1. After this, Derrick would try to get his revenge, but it was again Carter-Williams who had the ball and
Just looking for their first lead since they led 11-10. Carter-Williams misses. Need a board. Carter-Williams got it!
which meant the Sixers were now up by 1, and it was here for a brief moment that it looked like Rose had had enough.
Boozer suddenly left open. Rose for 3. Got it!
This would also be the last happy moment of the game for Derrick Rose, as after Evan Turner quickly made a shot to tie the game, Derrick would make a bad pass and turn the ball over. This play gave him his 8th turnover of the game, and then jumping ahead a bit with the Sixers up by 1.
Williams against Derrick Rose. Pause, thinking about a 3, dips in, and does it again!
This shot gave Philadelphia a 3-point lead with 6 seconds remaining, and the Bulls did have one more chance to tie, but Luol Deng's 3-pointer did not go down, and somehow the Philadelphia 76ers were now 3-0. And while this was incredibly surprising, overall, the most shocking storyline from this game was a rookie completely outplaying a former MVP. Because when you compare the statistics and film of these two players, the verdict is clear. Michael Carter-Williams outplayed Derrick Rose in a big way. For his part, Rose would admit to not playing well, stating, quote, "I would blame tonight on me. Turnovers, missed shots, miscommunication. I just couldn't get in my groove." Which meant with Michael Carter-Williams matched up against Rose, Derrick was taken out of his groove. And unfortunately for Bulls fans everywhere, including myself, this was a sign of things to come. Derrick would struggle to regain his form throughout the next few weeks and then would tear his meniscus versus the Portland Trailblazers. From there, injuries would continue to plague him throughout his time with the Bulls. However, although he would not become a star again, Rose would rebound eventually after years and years of hard work, and this season he is averaging 18 points per game for Detroit at 31 years old. Going further here, Derrick was even considered a dark horse all-star candidate this past season, which is a testament to his unrelenting nature. Meanwhile, on the other hand, this game solidified Michael Carter-Williams as one of the most hyped up rookies the NBA had seen in a long time. As in his first week in the league, Michael would be named Eastern Conference Player of the Week, becoming just the second Eastern Conference rookie ever, along with Shaq, to start his career by winning that award, which meant to nobody's surprise, Michael would go on to win the 2014 Rookie of the Year award. However, However, to everybody's surprise after this, Carter-Williams' rookie season would be the best of his entire career so far. The primary reason for this was that his poor shooting efficiency eventually caught up to him. In Michael's rookie season, he shot 41% from the field to go along with 26% from three. These were not great shooting numbers, but considering Carter-Williams was the rookie of the year, many thought he had plenty of potential left in him, and so a lot of people were hopeful that his jump shot would improve. As instead of improving his shot, somehow Michael Carter-Williams' shooting numbers got much worse. In 41 games for Philadelphia in his second season, Michael would shoot an atrocious 38% from the field and again 26% from the three-point line. Because of this, Philadelphia saw his terrible shooting efficiency as just too much of a liability and traded him to the Milwaukee Bucks before the 2015 trade deadline. And from there, Carter-Williams has been a below-average player at best. By the time the 2017 season rolled around, Michael was actually playing for the Bulls, but averaged just 6.6 points and 2.5 assists per game at 25 years old, a season that should have seen him approach the prime of his career. Instead, Michael has been a massive disappointment and is now just a bench player for the Orlando Magic. A shocking ending for a man who once had one of the best starts to an NBA career that the league has ever seen. And so there we have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And again, no hate was meant for Derrick Rose on this video. I think you guys saw that. If anything, I kind of went a little hard on Michael Carter-Williams at the end there. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. It helps out a ton. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss a video. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music. By the way, if you're still here while the music is cued, here are two videos I think you are going to love watching. All you have to do is just click on either one of them on the screen right here. And other than that, guys, again, have a great day and peace.